guys, I'm back with another video. I hope you don't mind that Ben sits here and watches. He wanted to get involved. I wanted to talk about allergies today because I feel like a lot of people can relate. There are so many different types of allergies, whether it be things that you come in contact with, things that you eat, pets. Someone out there has some type of allergy. And if you're a person out there with no allergies, you are a superhuman. I actually recorded this video about 3 weeks ago before I went on holiday. But since coming back, I feel like there's more that I can add to it. So I'm gonna record it again. I am not naked, by the way. Anyway, so I went on holiday and that is why I've got a little bit of colour on me. I went to the beautiful island of Kos, which is in Greece. While I was out there, my skin was really good. It was behaving itself. And the minute I stepped back into London and I woke up covered just head to toe in these bumps, and it was all down my back, down my legs. My arms were fine, surprisingly, but my shoulders and my chest were just all bumpy. And I actually don't know what caused it, but I'm glad it's over now. It's been about a week since I've been back, just over a week, and it's just gone. Anybody with allergies will agree that spring and some of summer is very frustrating, that you can't walk outside your house without sneezing, your eyes streaming, your skin coming up in blotches, you're just uncomfortable. And on top of that, you've got the heat and the sweat and bleh. It's not my deal. I prefer winter, autumn and winter. Less things go wrong in those seasons.
Now for a little bit of science. An allergic response is when your body overreacts to a harmless substance. We call these allergens, and they can be anything from pollen, dust, a food item, or even an animal. When these enter your body, white blood cells produce antibodies, and these attach themselves to the allergen. Once the allergen is marked as an enemy, mast cells come to the site and release histamine. This is also what happens when your body is reacting to an infection or a virus. Histamine signals for more cells to come and fight the foreign body, but it also causes inflammation, itching, swelling, runny eyes, runny nose, and constant sneezing.
I have quite a few allergies, and on top of that I also have eczema, which will be another video entirely. I feel to make this one first because I feel more people can relate to allergies. You can have loads of allergies but never have eczema, but I doubt you can have eczema without having any allergies. Does that make sense? I think it does. So having allergies is normally hereditary. So there is something called an atopic triad. It's a family of allergies which includes eczema, hay fever and asthma. Now my mum has asthma and I have eczema, and we both have hay fever at some point. I'm not sure if my dad has any of the three, but I know my granddad on my mum's side had asthma. So basically I was bound to get some form of allergy, one of the three, but normally you'll find it in families. If one person has eczema, someone else in the family will have asthma, someone else will have hay fever, or someone, the unlucky person, will have all three. If it comes to food, I am allergic to a lot of raw things. I found this out. So bananas, raw carrots, raw apples, raw cherries, just raw vegetables and fruits sometimes give me a tingling feeling in my mouth. They make my lips swell, an itchy throat, and it's more common than you think. It's called oral allergy syndrome, and it just means that you're allergic to the raw version of a fruit or vegetable. But once that vegetable or fruit is cooked, you break down the protein that you're allergic to and you're able to eat them, which is great for me because I love apple crumble, apple pie, citrus fruits I'm not allergic to. I don't know why. So oranges, limes, lemons, grapefruit, those are fine. Strawberries are very, very bizarre. I found out that I can't have Sainsbury's strawberries, but I can have Waitrose. I need bougie strawberries. I need the expensive ones. It might be something to do with what they grow them in, pesticides. I don't know, I need to figure out what that is. So it's actually a thing. A lot of people have it. Google it, oral allergy syndrome. So in terms of other food things that I'm allergic to, when I was little, my mum tried to keep me off eggs and milk. When I say keep off, I don't mean she would say that I'm allergic to them, but she would limit how much I would have. For children, eggs and milk are a very touchy food group. Most people are allergic to dairy products. Maybe it was good that my mum did keep them out of my system for a bit, maybe I was never allergic to them in the first place, but she was just being precautious. So one of my friends who is also allergic to milk, she's a lot more allergic than I am. She would buy dairy-free stuff. So I was at her house one day and she gave me some dairy-free ice cream. Can you believe I'm allergic to that? I'm allergic to soy. How am I allergic to the thing that people that are allergic to milk are supposed to have? Now, the one food that my mom has kept out of my diet and I will continue to keep out of my diet is peanuts. Everybody has a kryptonite and mine is peanuts. Peanut butter, peanuts in shells, unshelled, salted, roasted, honey nut, whatever. Peanuts, I can't fucks with. The smell of peanut butter makes me feel sick. Anyone eating a Snickers bar near me, ugh. I am allergic to peanuts, but I do not carry an EpiPen. And I think that's because the level of my allergy to peanuts is not that severe. Some people can be nowhere near peanuts at all. They will literally, their throat will close up. But recently, I've had 2 encounters with peanuts in 1 year. My boyfriend now, he knows I'm allergic to peanuts. His mum knows. But there was this one time we got a Chinese and we just dished it out among us, where everyone ordered and shared it. I had 1 spoonful of that Chinese. I was like, there's peanuts in this. And I'm looking at the food and I don't know which item of food has the peanuts, but I couldn't eat anymore. We went downstairs, told his mum. So she gave me some cetirizine and I doubled the dose and just went back upstairs, laid down. So the first initial thing that happens is my throat feels really funny. So when I put that spoon in my mouth, I could feel, it's like an instant prickling of my lips, my tongue, my throat, the palate. Once that's gone, I'll get like little bumps on my face, my lips will swell. Once I had the antihistamine, I thought it was over. Half an hour later, my whole body had just come up in hives. My chest, my arms, my legs, my feet. And I just thought, I have never seen this before because I've stayed away from peanuts for so long. I didn't even know what kind of reaction I would have. This is what my skin looks like. And you can imagine this over my entire body. Speaking of peanuts, my boyfriend took me on a date and he was like, I'm gonna take you to this really cool place. We get there and I look at the menu and it says everything is cooked in peanut oil. I felt really bad because he seemed really excited to go to this place and I can't even eat there. So he was like, it's fine, we'll try somewhere else. Went down the road to Five Guys. Anyone that's been Five Guys knows there's big sacks of peanuts at the door and I'm thinking, what's this for? And then you look up at the menu and it says Five Guys cooks all their chips or whatever in peanut oil. And I just thought, really? Twice in 1 day? Is this real? So I couldn't eat there at Five Guys either, but I really, really wanted to. I wanted to so bad, but in the end we went across the road to Byron Burger. So I even Googled it. I just thought, there must be some way around this because I want to eat at Five Guys. So I Googled it anyway, and apparently people with peanut allergies are allowed to have peanut oil. Depending on how it's made, the protein that you're actually allergic to in the peanut itself should not come through into the oil. So I thought, let's put this theory to the test. We went back to Five Guys, both had a burger and he ordered 1 small chips. So I had a nibble of 1 chip. If I feel something, any tingle, any tickle, any itch, we're leaving, and nothing happened. So I had another chip and another chip, and then I damn near finished the whole bag because them chips were so good. So yeah, theory is proven. If you're allergic to peanuts, you can have peanut oil. So how I deal with seasonal allergies. So we'll just call this hay fever, which occurs spring, summer, when the plants start, you know, living. I start dying. I have eye drops for when my eyes feel really itchy. I have nasal sprays for when my nose is really bunged up and I cannot sleep at night. I have antihistamines to take, you know, once a day, take it in the morning, go about your business. But not gonna lie, sometimes I do pop 2. I don't know if you can overdose on hay fever tablets. I've been fine. I just feel like 1 is not enough. If you go to the doctors and you say that you're not feeling right in yourself, your allergies are getting you down, don't let them turn you away and fob it off as something like, oh my god, it's just hay fever, oh, it's just an allergy. Allergies can take over your life, trust me. It can affect your self-esteem, your confidence. This time when I was 21, I remember I just finished uni, and I do not know, I cannot describe what was going on with my skin. It wasn't necessarily something that I was eating, it was just, my skin was just inflamed. This one day, me and my friends went to Hyde Park, and I wore this, it was a blue dress, and I remember coming home and taking off this dress, and it was just stuck to my back because my skin had become so inflamed, so red and so raw, because obviously I'd scratched it. My dress was stuck to me, so my mum had to help me get it off, and she's like, we have to go to the doctors. We went to the doctors. I'd waited like a week for this appointment, only for the doctor to hand me a prescription for cetirizine. And like, I was so upset. I walked out of the doctor's crying, and I was like, you're not listening to me. This has been going on for months. Like, I've lived my life for 21 years. I know what my skin is supposed to be like. I know I've got problematic skin, but I know when something's wrong. And it was only when he saw me that upset did he think, oh my god, something's actually wrong. So I had to kind of fight for an allergy test from my doctor, when really it shouldn't have to be like that. The next step was to go for an allergy test and have a consultation with a consultant. Now, for those of you that have never been for an allergy test, what they do is they take your forearm, so just here, and they prick you with a very small needle, and they've dipped that needle into different allergens. So whether that be pollen, dust mite, cat fur, dog fur. I don't know how you get cat on a needle, but you know. They prick you, probably about 10 different pricks all down your arm, and then they tell you to sit in the waiting room for half an hour. Don't touch it, don't scratch it, just leave it. So I'm sitting there with my mum in this waiting room, and I am just watching my arm. And there is this one specific dot that they've done, and it's just growing a lot faster than the others. And after it's growing up, like a bump would, it starts snaking around my arm. So it started to climb round, and I'm thinking, is this normal? But I mean, it's itchy, but it's not hurting, so I'm assuming this is part of the allergy test. Half an hour goes, I go back into the doctor's office, and the man looks at my arm and he goes, wow, you're really allergic to birch trees, aren't you? So basically he tells me that that specific prick that they've done there is a pollen from a certain tree, which is a birch tree. And yeah, I reacted very heavily to that. And the funny thing is, if you're allergic to birch tree pollen, you are highly likely to be allergic to apples. And guess what? I am allergic to apples. So they figured out what things I'm allergic to, but to be honest, it was things I already knew, things that I already avoided. It didn't answer my questions as to why my skin had flared up so bad randomly out of the blue without changing diet or wash products. It didn't really answer the question. No. That's enough about me and my itchy self. I hope it didn't make you too uncomfortable thinking about all this. And let me know down below, what allergies do you have?